How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews back with yet another review. And it is English ale time. It's partially oak-aged English ale time in a form of Russian Duck's Dog's Bollocks. Never had this before. First Russian Duck beer. Actually, I think I might have had Russian Duck before. Anyway, don't remember. This is the first one I remember having. So yeah, this was sent to me by my buddy Ben. Beans Baxter on Instagram. Check him out. Does awesome, bunch of awesome stuff with beer, and super nice dude. Sent this to me in a little beer mail, so I'm super thankful for getting beer I never had before. So there you go. Let's see what the sucker has on the label. We got that. It's sweating like crazy because it's super humid in here. It's probably about 55 degrees, so it ain't that cold. What it says on the bottle: English style ale. 75% ale, 25% ale aged in oak. Russian Duck Brewing Company, Dog's Bollocks. Russian Duck Brewing Company is a small family-owned brewery in Orange County, New York. We're dedicated to brewing full-flavored and forward-thinking beer. Government warning stuff, blah, 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 blah. Don't worry. We didn't use any to make this beer. The Dog's Bollocks is a term used in English to describe something of very high quality. A lot of time and effort went into this beer, and we feel it's deserving of the name. Dog's Bollocks is an English-style ale that is partially aged in used bourbon barrels. Okay, so used bourbon barrels, not just oak. And the aging process allows complex flavors of the beer to mellow just slightly, while at the same time giving you a nice, rich complexity. Feel free to do some aging on your own. Get this bottle down and experience how the flavors evolve even more over time. And batch number 2, 9.5% alcohol by volume, and that's it. Label-wise, I just dig it. Just something about it. Laid out the way I want stuff to look. Absolutely cool. And the name doesn't suck. So there you go. And it's an English ale. Me and my goddamn English ales. Let's see what this sucker has to offer. The beer looks like it wants to come out. Ooh. That's a good color right there. I mean, you're going to get like 19 feet ahead on this sucker, but when that head settles out, I mean, that looks absolutely ridiculously delicious. Nice khaki colored head, decently creamy top to it. Pretty compact, tight bubbles from bottom to top. I mean, sporadic, large ones, but pretty damn uniform. And like I said, I mean, Jesus, that color, a beautiful orange, brownish, uber hazy, uber unfiltered beer. I mean, that shit looks delicious. A little bit of carbonation going on. Actually, decent amount of carbonation. Not too crazy, but more than I expected. I mean, it's a blend, so, you know, typically barrel-aged stuff, you're not going to have a ton of carbonation, but being that it's a higher non-barrel-aged blend, 75% non-barrel-aged versus 25, I mean, you can have that. So, yeah. There's a lot of head going on there. I don't want to wait. Get this little dog hair out of there. That's flavor. Anyway, let's see if I can get a nose out of this sucker. Caramel, brown sugar, vanilla, oak. Definite oak going on there. Don't really get much bourbon. But yeah, vanilla, oak, caramel, just delicious. A little bit of molasses maybe. Smells really, really nice. Smells infinitely English influenced. Smells really decently barrel aged. Being that it's only 25% barrel aged versus 75% beer, I'm kind of mystified at how much barrel I'm getting out of that nose. Yeah, it smells absolutely delicious. It smells like a beautifully barrel aged English ale barley wine, bordering on barley wine. Not necessarily old ale, more barley wine-ish. So yeah, I mean, that sucker smells pretty damn fantastic. She looks, like I said, absolutely 100% gorgeous. So let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's delicious. That's delicious. That's a really, really, really well done beer. First off, I can't say how much barrel is in this beer. being only 25%, I can't believe how much barrel they put in it, just that 25% for that 75% not to dilute it. Nice, decent amount of oak, a little bit of char going on, and a little bit of bourbon. It's more barrel than bourbon. Nice caramel to it, nice toffee to it, decent amount of vanilla, nice mouthfeel to it, slightly a little bit gritty, a little bit thin, a little bit gritty, but it still has a creaminess to it. And probably the only negative I really give this, other than the body being just a little bit thin, is the oak tannins. There's a little bit of negative oak tannin going on in it. Not enough to really make it even close to being unpleasant, but yeah, this is pretty damn delicious. Kudos to them for knowing how to blend beer. So you're talking about a blend that small, and you're typically going to be like, okay, you're going to underblend it, where you're not going to get the flavors you want to because you're trying to stretch the beer, and that's usually what I think of. And it just goes to show you what assumptions are. You see 25% barrel aged, 75% base ale. You're like, okay, they're barrel aging it, but they're trying to stretch their product by putting non-barrel aged beer in there. No, this is blended pretty damn perfect. You know, I mean, if you bumped it up just a skosh, it might be a little bit better. But yeah, pretty damn good beer. I'm digging it. Really no booze, a lot of flavor. Like I said, barrel's the main thing there. You get a little bit of that bourbon, a little bit of vanilla, a lot of oak, a little negative oak, but not enough to really turn you off. A creamy mouthfeel that's just a little bit thin. Yeah, delicious. Rating was given a 91. 91 overall. Value availability, again, like I said, it was sent to me, so I can't really comment on that. But 91 overall, an absolutely delicious beer. Yeah. Yeah, surprised me. Best of the bunch. Ben sent me 3 bottles. He sent me a Space Ghost from Central Waters. That was alright. It was just a little bit too chilly forward for me. It seems like it needed age. He sent me a Mystic Vinland 3. Some Belgian-esque double, but the yeast was just a little bit wonky on it. So, being the Belgian person I am, it's a little bit nitpicky on this one. But this one, best of the bunch. I dig this one. Yeah, so 91 overall. And I think it's going to age pretty nice. I wouldn't age it forever. I'd like to see it after about between 3 to 5 years. Max out at 5 years. But, yeah, pretty damn delicious beer. Thank you, Ben. So, yeah, man. Dogs Bollocks from Rushing Duck. If you like what we like this. If you like English barley wines, but you want a little barrel involved, this is definitely going to be right up your alley. And yeah, that's probably the wheelhouse. You know, you just want your nice English, low, not super in your face ABV English barley wine with a little bit of barrel aging. And yeah, absolutely delicious. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your review. If you did or you didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you like, check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, and all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice barrel-aged English ale right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.